You know, the best tools are almost never born in some big corporate boardroom. Nope. They usually start with one person staring at one really annoying problem who just has to solve it. And that's the story of NetBound, a pretty unique suite of WordPress tools. We're going to dive into how one simple idea really did spark a whole new way of working.
So it all kicked off with a very modern-day problem, right? The creator needed a way to record their face while talking to an AI character. And when they figured out they could do it with just basic web tech, no complicated apps, nothing fancy, that was the big aha moment. It wasn't just a fix, it was a spark.
So that brings us to our first section, a problem and AI. And this is where that initial spark really started to catch fire. That moment you realize if you can solve this one thing for yourself, maybe you can solve a lot of things for a lot of people.
And that is exactly what happened. One solution just led to another, and then another, until this whole toolkit started to take shape. Each program was designed to target and eliminate one of those specific, super frustrating bottlenecks that every web designer knows all too well.
Okay, Section 2, One Tool and Ecosystem. See, this wasn't just about making a random pile of plugins. It was growing into something much, much bigger, a true ecosystem where every single tool is built to play nicely together.
And right at the heart of it all is the NetBound Hub. The best way to think about it is like the central nervous system of the whole operation. It's the one plugin that gets all the other tools talking to each other, connecting everything to one unified dashboard. It's the glue that makes it all feel like one cohesive unit.
And what's really cool is just how wide-ranging this ecosystem is. It isn't just focused on one thing. You've got tools for safety, like NB Crash Block, which literally stops your site from dying. You've got stuff for collaboration, like NB Annotate It, and even for content display. It really covers the whole life cycle of building a website.
Which brings us to Section 3, the NetBound philosophy. Because behind all these tools is a really clear user-first philosophy. It's a set of rules that kind of pushes back against how a lot of software works these days. Let's dig in.
First up, and this is a big one, absolutely no subscription model. I mean, for freelancers and agencies, this is huge. No more death by 1,000 monthly cuts. The whole point here is to give you tools that last, not to lock you into paying forever.
Second, zero advertising. When you're in the dashboard, you're there to work. The interface is clean, it's professional, and there are no distracting banners or annoying upsells trying to grab your attention. The focus stays right where it belongs, on your project.
And really, this slide just says it all. The whole philosophy boils down to this one simple, powerful idea: making tools that actually make your job and your life easier. It's about getting rid of headaches, not creating new ones.
All right, Section 4, a tour of the toolkit. Now let's see what this all looks like in the real world. We're going to take a quick tour of some of the standout plugins, and we'll frame each one with the problem it was born to solve.
Oh man, every single WordPress developer knows this feeling, that pit in your stomach. You hit save, you refresh the page, and nothing. Just a blank white screen, the white screen of death. You're totally locked out.
Well, this is where NB Crash Block swoops in. Think of it like the ultimate emergency parachute for your website, designed to catch you before everything comes crashing down. Now here's the magic trick. It actually works outside of WordPress. So even if your entire site is broken, a standalone emergency panel lets you get in, fix the bad file, disable a faulty plugin. You can even get a recovery link emailed to you. It's just total peace of mind in the form of a plugin. Okay, next common headache: shuffling files between your computer and the live server. You know the drill. Clunky, slow FTP uploads, or wrestling with complicated command line stuff. It's just asking for a mistake to happen. So NB File Sync just completely rethinks that whole process. Instead of manual FTP, it uses a high-speed script for automatic syncing. You can literally just drag and drop entire folders or create an instant backup with a single click. The bottom line, it's faster, it's safer, and it's way, way less frustrating.
And this one, if you work with clients, this is going to hit home. Getting feedback, right? It can be an absolute nightmare of endless email chains with annotated screenshots where all the context is totally lost.
And that is exactly what NB Annotate It is for. It takes all that chaos and channels it into one clean, professional workspace that's built from the ground up to make visual feedback simple.
The real genius here is how easy it is for your client. They don't need to log into anything. You just send them a secure link. They can click anywhere on the design or even a live capture of the website, leave a comment, and you can reply in a nice, neat thread. It turns that messy email disaster into a structured, efficient conversation. And that brings us to our final section, your new digital advantage. Because when you step back and look at the whole picture, NetBound is more than just a box of tools. It's a real advantage that can fundamentally change how you build and manage websites.
So let's just quickly recap. We've got a cohesive toolkit that all works together. Every single tool was born from a real-world problem. The whole thing is built on a philosophy of no subscriptions and no ads. And the main takeaway is that every piece of this puzzle is designed for one thing: to make your workflow better.
And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? This whole powerful ecosystem started with just one person, trying to fix one little problem. It's such a great reminder of where real innovation comes from. So, the question I'll leave you with is, what's that small, nagging problem in your world that's just waiting for a solution?